Welcome back, everybody, to Solargene, and I am Nikolai. And this episode, I'm gonna go through a little bit of a recap because I've been doing some gameplay without my commentary, and some of you are probably wondering why on earth am I doing some of the things that I'm doing. So we're gonna dive right into that, letting our resources build up as we go. So, last we left off, episode 5 was just leaving the moon to go to the asteroid belt. Now, I chose the asteroid belt to hit first. It is a little challenging, as you guys kind of saw through, I think, the first episode I did without commentary, 5B. It's a little challenging, as you saw to start. There's a couple things that you could do differently if you wanted to do this too. You did not need a full farm. It helps keep the happiness up. And then it also helps self-sustain the entire station. You do have to play a lot of asteroid, like the old days where the asteroids just never stopped coming at your little tiny command center and you're just that tiny little shooter. But you saw we had to go back and forth a couple of times, build the station back up while we were waiting on those heavy duty ones. You definitely need the heavy duty lasers when you go into the asteroid belt, 100%. Otherwise you're just going to constantly be building this thing big enough. And you saw over those couple of times excuse me, we had to keep making it larger, which also makes your station more of an asteroid risk. So it was kind of a catch-22. As we were building more defenses, we also required a larger station, thus requiring more defenses. So that is why you need the larger cannons versus the smaller ones when you go to the asteroid belt. But as you can see, the main reason why we go for the asteroid belt here is that carbon. You will never get carbon faster than an asteroid belt. The rare metals are really good. The iron, non-ferrous, and all that. You could stockpile those. But as you can see, we also did a complete self-sustaining system here with the power as well. Now, we're going to go deeper into the station, and I'm going to show you kind of how I set it up to be self-sustaining. Because if you run these generators 24/7, you're wasting resources. Let your batteries work. So I'm going to dive in here. Let's load it up. All right. So a couple of things to note. When you are mining, this sucker takes so much power. 15,000. So I go in here, and instead of setting the room, set the actual equipment. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little feature he has built in here. On the left side, you tell it when to power on. On the right side, you tell it when to power off. The up arrow means that it is charging. So when it is charging at 80%, you power on. When it is discharging down to 20, power off. You could do these opposite. I don't know why you'd turn something off. I mean, you do, because I actually do know why. So we'll go over to the power plant. Now this, the room, the temperature, doesn't matter. So that's why I just set the whole room, because it's easier to set the whole room, because this is going to expand and have many, many more as we get more and more, you'll see. But here we do the exact opposite, because we're generating power. So turn them off when it's up at 80, charging at 80, up arrow 80. Turn them on when it is discharging 20%. So it'll kind of seesaw our battery life here, but we are getting the transuranic elements from our mining here in plethora. And then if you have a big enough, where'd it go? It's on this station, isn't it? Yeah, it is right here. So you'll probably need about 2. And we have more personnel on the way. I didn't mean to hit leave station. Let's go back. But we have more personnel on the way. Where we ended off last non-commentary episode was just hiring staff. And you'll see we have these 3 here to boost our production. So the only thing you really ever have to send out here is water and soil. And it's funny, why are you sending dirt? You need the dirt so that the industry units can keep making either optics if you choose to make them out there. They don't really, you see, I mean, they take a lot, but the 350 days. They also don't take much and they don't weigh a lot, so sending them is nothing. But for the most part, it's for the electronics. And I hate running out of electronics because they weigh a lot and they take some time to go. So it's a lot easier to allow the station and just send the dirt. And I know the dirt weighs much, but the dirt goes a long way. So that's how I recommend supporting your roid station. Just send your dirt. And you could put it on a cycle if you want to, but I don't. I'll just wait till it gets low. As long as you have your warehouse parameters set. Consumption restriction doesn't let it go below. Production restriction doesn't let it go above. Set them how you will. You know, whatever your build style is. And that's kind of why I started to do the non-commentary areas on these ones, because they're kind of, you know, it took almost 6 episodes to get to the asteroid belt, get on Mars, get settled there and all that, and we'll dive into that as well, what Mars will do for us. The resources you can kind of already see, you can make carbon dioxide like crazy. So when we really get a hub going on there, that'll end up supplying quite a few things to everybody else in the solar system. So yeah, this is gonna, the asteroid station's really gonna expand a little bit more. I'm kind of letting it settle so the fuel really builds up. I want to make sure that that's 100% stable. This isn't always the most accurate as far as, because of the seesaw that happens for the power. So I'm really just making sure that that number is going up versus slowly decreasing. Let's jump over to Mars. Now, as you can see, one last thing about the roids. You can see they really don't, like, the roid stations really don't move compared to the planets. That's why I recommend when you're later on, get one of these in every quadrant of the station, or of the asteroid belt. Because it will help you supply the inner planets, no matter where they are in their rotation around the sun, and then also when you expand even further out, it will help you tremendously. Volume's almost off. So now for Mars, same kind of thing. You get a lot of transuranic elements. You can very easily self-sustain nuclear fuel. We're already doing that here. The next big step is getting this farm up and running. And the farm should be even easier because, like I said, you start getting a lot of carbon dioxide when you get into these tier 3 mining units. But how I came over here, you know, it's basically you're making the Mars orbiter, and same way you get to the moon from Earth. But I waited until I had the thermonuclear engines, because the trip was like, I think 30 days, something like that. If you'd use something less, it'd be somewhere near 100. I never like to have a ship in transit that long. No matter how well you stock it, I always think something has always happened if my trip is longer than a month. I think it's just, I don't know how long it bakes out there in the open space. So try to get your trips as short as possible. Reduces the risk of, reduces the time that your ship is at risk, is really what it is. And that's your goal. Minimize risks. The other thing, saw kind of like a new build style from me, building the USA station on the moon. That little, yay, another spaceport. They're kind of redundant at this point, but I mean, the goal is to colonize all 6 on every planet. I have another playthrough where you colonize and then move, but for this, I kind of just, colonize as you go with other countries. So, I don't like that kind of compound layout build that I did for it, but I did it anyway just to kind of show, just because I build like this, like just because someone else builds like that doesn't make it right. It really, it's all how it works, how it falls together. I've done probably 20 playthroughs, maybe not all the way through, but 20 playthroughs, and I mean, there's a style, but no station ever comes out the same. On another one, I built a giant platform just so I could have these on a solid, easy ground, and then put it on the roof so that they actually come in from the top floor and disperse through the bottom. It's, I love these kinds of games for the customization and seeing how different stations come together in different plays. Kind of the fun of it for me. But Moon's coming along quite nicely. Maybe soon, now that programmable matter will be unlocked soon, we will upgrade our H3 farming, but seem to be doing pretty well on the fusion fuel. Kind of, that's another thing that I think I did off of narration was, at some point you can keep going on the solar side, but the more solar panels, the more repairs you need. Then that also feeds into your high-tech room, which then it's just a big loop because high-tech stuff starts to get really, really, really expensive as far as power consumption is concerned. So helium-3 is abundant here, even though it says, it shows just a tiny little blip right there. You get plenty of it. Deuterium is really what you end up importing more than the helium. So import your deuterium, make sure you're on a steady flow upwards with your fusion fuel, and then expand your power grid with fusion reactors. That's really how you're going to sustain a large scale. I think we're already at 120 souls. So, and I've got another one where I'm like 300 something going strong on a hub. I think this time around we may get into tourism over on the moon. What I like to do is build a whole nother compound kind of connected to this compound but separate, just for the tourism side, and I will stock it with its own robots, its own maintenance for the robots and kind of its own little crew that is still a part of this. But the accommodations will be strictly for tourists. Might get into that. I don't really need, tourism at this point is really for these kinds of contracts. 26 tourists just to get 19 programmable matter. And it starts to build up. That's really because you can see we've not really dropped under 100 million, I think, since we sold our big chunk of helium-3 to get us all these millions. So at this point, and I mean, I've really been kind of doing this kind of slow. We could burn a ton of money in order to be able to go further, but when you have the high-tech resource production, I like to build my new ships and stations with those high-tech resources. It saves you so much going into further close to the sun. Venus is a really nice place to get into. That CO2 is just a tiny hub, 30 strong on Venus with tier 3 miners. Supply the entire solar system with CO2. Mercury, I mean, you're really only going there for the helium-3, if that, honestly. When I put something around Mercury, it's really just to have an orbiter, and it's all solar. It's basically a giant solar station orbiting Mercury. And then you start popping a bunch of the wireless power transmitters, and these babies will supply one solar orbiter around Mercury will supply all of your orbiters and ships. There's not even diminishing returns for the distance, so it really helps when you're going out here or here, and then eventually out here to get antimatter. But that's definitely a lot further ahead of us than where we are right now. Still need to go in before we can go further out from the asteroid belt, in my opinion. And then, of course, I don't think we even have a hub yet on Mars. Nope. So, maybe we will pick up a colony contract for... That actually might not be bad. But we're going to focus on getting the Mars hub up and running a little bit more. And then, of course, we got to remember in about 4 days we have the crew coming to Traverse. Let's go ahead and speed it up a bit. I think we have some new miners. Yeah, we have some mining personnel coming here as well. So, let's see, can we plop down some farms? Wait on that steel production. Now, Mars really, other than the CO2, after you get to Venus and have that CO2 production, Mars ends up almost becoming for the ice. 9.6 is nice, and imagine when you've got 10 of these sitting down, you're getting 100 an hour. May not seem like much, but you will struggle to keep up with one of these. And I think actually we're almost struggling to keep up now. Yeah, so the ice on here is really nice. It's on the year show. Let's go check it. Oh, it's currently going. All good. Checking our happiness for everybody. What's wrong here? Our doctors are not feeling too well. Uh-oh. I mean, they'll slowly start going up. A diagnosed disease, cancer. Can we not get rid of the cancer? Perhaps what we need to do is that. One of those. The moon hub. And let's actually send that also to the orbiter on Mars, or the moon. Got a lot of solar flares going on, and I think, yeah, that might be what's doing it for these, yeah. Speed up those shuttles. Their health will slowly go up as the morale, hygiene, fatigue, and hunger are all high. But I do believe this will help with the cancer if we can fit it in here. Double check the power. I think we're good. Just for good measure. Where do we want to add this? Can't go out. And another 500 production. Perfect. No, not perfect. Want to have double the production. One and one extra. There we go. Since they're on hour cycles. Yeah. Overkill. But it'll never hurt. So let's go check out. Nice. Another nice little tip. If your hub on the moon is struggling to keep up with its bio-waste, send it off. They will slowly burn it, and it will give them extra hydrocarbons for the carbon dioxide production. And that's how you can kind of avoid buying CO2 regularly for your orbiters. Just make sure you keep those rations stocked. And then, of course, what we're doing now. I Gotta keep your astronauts healthy. That's gonna go in a double. Do 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 do. And there we go. There we go. Perfect. So let's hope this will help that cancer. Alright. And we get our people. 4 days. 9 days. 9 days for all the farming personnel. 4 and 5 for the mining. Wait on steel. I think we can go for steel. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. Wrong station. There we go. Alright, so we're not getting larges on here. For sure. So... for this European diet, we need that. Nice fruit field. Then we need a wheat field. However, it looks like we are not making polymers. Because our orbiter had a lot of polymers. No. This might be a conundrum. How long? 16 days? Aren't we getting polymers? Check on that delivery. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, just gotta hold out for 4 days. Speed up some time. So, the other reason why I put repair, there's 2 reasons why I put my repair so high for all of my stations. 2, you kind of always have to deal with seeing some red icons here, so it's kind of, I know it's a little unnerving sometimes, but you kind of learn to ignore certain ones like the not enough resources, the broken repair bots, and only see what is lingering, other than of course the not enough resources. Oh, nice, our miners got here. Alright, cool. Alright, so, as I was saying, you kind of learn to ignore certain ones, and then the nice thing about setting the repair so high, 90% or higher, is the only time you ever have to worry about seeing a needs repair warning over here is if it lingers there more than like a couple of days. And then if it does, you have still a decent amount of time to catch it and fix it before your stuff just gets completely broken and turns to scrap. Because then you have to replace it rather than repair it and it stay functional the whole entire time. I think our staff got it here too. Yes, they did. Not in repairs, not in robots. Not in high tech. Yeah. This is exactly where they're going. And then that should definitely never... That should definitely be on the rise from now on now. And you see our current battery charge, it'll seesaw. 80, 20, 80. Back down to 20. Back up to 80. So that's why those power on settings are really nice. Alright, Mars Hub. Oh, just in time. Just in time. Let's pause it. Go in. Nice. Research. Would we finish? Programmable matter? We're doing that right now. Femto. Femto tech. Alright, let's figure out where these people are going. Here are repairs, tech, and tech. 2 repairs. 2 repairs and a tech. I am assuming 1 for the robots. You're going on robots. And assign everybody else. Are you? Yeah, that's where you guys are going, right? Were you? Yeah, you'll go in there for now. I think one of these guys was definitely supposed to be in the high tech, and I haven't made that yet. Should we? Is our power good enough? 49. These power generators do 5 apiece. Alright. Let's whip up a quick high-tech facility. Go a little bit bigger than we're used to start, just to kind of catapult our production along. We're gonna get plenty of iron and plenty of carbon on here if we, so I think we can afford, but this guy, that machine is really big. Kind of wish it was only just like this, where I could just kind of shove it in a corner here, too tall, and just forget about it, but unfortunately, nanosensor serial production tier 2 requires 3 high. Oh no, we're gonna have a great time making high temp structural materials here. Yeah, this is nice. Nice, nice, nice. Corner. Not gonna make those here. That's 4,000. That's an entire generator just in one. I could start making some radiation absorbing material, but I think I'm also going to throw that. No, I think we have to do it here because of the noble materials, the noble metals. No, 45,000 out there. Is that because you're slowly getting it, or what? What does that asteroid belt have? No, it does have noble metals. Oh, snap. Alright, so what I'm really trying to figure out here is if it's easier to do it out there. Yeah. I think we'll definitely do radiation absorbing materials out on the asteroid belt. For now, this is a really good start for a high-tech facility. I know I don't have the nano sensors in here, and I'm not gonna, because there's no fitting them unless we go higher. No. Alright, we'll do it here. Wasn't going to. I think our power will be okay. 76. Yeah, our power will be alright. Let's make sure everybody can walk. Or not. There we go. Alright, cool. Everybody can get in there. So let's assign no. And go here. It's the robots that aren't assigned. There we go. Okay. And we make our wheat. Yes. Very nice. So, cherries. That's our medicinal. And these should hopefully serve as the fillers for seed production. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed. But that should do it for our farm. We need to get 6 more robots in here, though. And we have the space. So, let's hire farm. And pretty much just going to grab the most expensive ones because I don't... 5, 6. Perfect. I don't, the only skills that I restrict are in research. All the other ones I kind of just let go. Although I will, you know, obviously on miners, just keep him mining, or her mining, and then, you know, I pretty much hire new. Alright, deuterium. Wondering if maybe we shouldn't get like 2 more of these, but it's kind of overkill. Fuel capacity of 17 days. Not ever gonna... Sunrise in an hour. Awesome. Yeah, solar panels out on Mars, definitely not going to help. I mean, they do 87, you know, it's not terrible, but it's also not great. So, maybe as an offset, but you could easily sustain nuclear fuel. You can see we're going up on both the transuranic elements and the nuclear fuel. Just keep the production kind of in line, and when you see that drop below your safety point, which should be anything lower than 4 digits, as soon as you drop below 1,000, you should be panic mode and like, why am I going below 1,000? Start upgrading your industry room to make more of these. If you have to, make an entire room separate with just these and assign. Basically, that's all they do. I've had to do that on a couple others where my Mars hub has gotten ginormous, but I have also, at that point, also imported multiple other types of fuel to offset 5,000, because when your high-tech stuff starts doing stuff like this, and it costs 13,000 or 20,000, 31,000, 5K, you're going to put 10 of these down in order to be able to run that? I don't think so. So you start importing basically the nitrogen fuel. The fusion reactor, the H3 fuel. We are moving quite along here. We'll have to kind of see when the new robots arrive how our farm works, because I like to keep it fully stocked with staff on the farm side so that there is never a downtime of growth for your farms. So, definitely gonna be some more non-commentary episodes in between here, just because I'm kind of just doing the same thing, jumping between, I'm going to be setting up another asteroid miner, 3 more asteroid miners, and all that kind of stuff. So after this one, probably expect a few more non-commentaries, just kind of showing you what I'm doing, but doesn't exactly require re-explaining. Okay, here. I'm really just going through here, checking all the happiness levels and fuel, because where we left off last is, and this fuel is going up. Nice. Where we left off last episode, we were dealing with a lot of power issues, so I think we finally solved that. From here, I'm gonna build. Where is the traverse compared to Earth? Almost completely on the other side. So this would almost be a good time to build another asteroid ship and launch it over there. But we also have Venus coming up. The only problem with that is the radiation. You're moving closer to the sun, you need that radiation absorbing materials. So let's go back to the traverse. Switch to, and we have some nice production going on over here already. We're capping out on those ultra lightweight materials, which actually I'm gonna go ahead and bust those up. Bust these up. This is just a gold mine of resources out here. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, cool. And where is where's our production room? 3. All of these are in high supply here. So, where can we put you? I think it also might be time to expand this room. Maybe even upgrade it to the new materials since we are cranking that out now. I think we're actually going to make it a little bit more efficient and easier to maintain temperature. So let's copy what we got here. We'll upgrade all of our buildings here when we get everything on the same building block. Hey guy, didn't you get the memo? Okay. Build that. Fix that. Come up. There we go. And now we can probably even get rid of a couple of these heaters. Let's get rid of one. Overkill. I know. So, can we actually increase the production on those? Or is this thing also ginormous? Ginormous. I also think it goes 3 high. And in space, that means going down. Wait, did I just... Yeah, no, it doesn't. Oh. Alright, how much is that? 1,000. Get rid of that. Can I fit you in there? Can I? It'd be convenient. No. Can I fit you in there this way? No. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna go extra with that. Let's do normal with this, because that already is expensive. Ouch. I will 150% upgrade you. Can I... Goodbye. There we go. Why not? Right? Then you've got the resources and the power. Why not? Three is plenty. 1 is plenty. There's our new high-tech room. Sure, our power's good. Generation by solar. Total generation is 24. Consumption is 16. Ouch. Because I guarantee that's without... Yeah. Ouchies, ouchies, ouchies. So, what we're gonna do is order another set of power generators. Could actually put this last one down. Do you require deuterium? Negative. Let's see. How that goes. And that should really only take about 10 hours to charge. Alright, let's see how that do. But our high-tech production just got hugely buffed. So definitely should be seeing some of these numbers start just screaming to the top. If our guys ever go in there. Speed it up a bit. A lot of bit. 11 and 19. See that radiation absorbing material going up. It's a nice sight. Just gotta make sure that fuel keeps climbing. Seesawing, but let's make sure that that doesn't seesaw. I want that to go up. Oh, Mars. Do you? No. No. Okay. I think Mars is still waiting on you. 12 more days for them. No more personnel changes, though, I think, other than those. Oh, people can eat. Give the people what they want. Good food. Sorry, guys. Canteen's gotta go. There we go. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So, I know we already put. Where are they? These in the other room, but 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And then can I squeeze one of you in here? Yay! That actually looks... Whoops. That's fine. You can walk all the way around. But... everybody gets to eat. Robots are fast at work. Cooking up the grub. Our stores are looking good. There's our medicinal. Medicinal's looking good. Everything is looking good. Let's keep that going. Got that. There we go. We might need more medicinal herbs though. But we'll see when we get the full robot crew here. Oh, and then this is the other reason why solar's no good here is because of the windstorms. You know. Maybe we should move these closer. Can we move them closer? Yeah, we can move them closer. But yeah, the windstorms really kill your solar, so it is 1,000 times better to just run off this nuclear fuel, and we're making it in great supply, so speed it up. Go check on the traverse. Still seesawing, still going up. Look at those numbers going up. Let's go check on our people. Why haven't you gone to go get treated? Silly. Ooh. Ooh. Water. Water, 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 water. 10,000, 5,000. Good on that. Get 6,000 of you. Check on the moon one. I don't like your water being so low. Let's go Earth. 6,071. Up you up to 5. Call it a day. Check on repairs. Orbiters are good. Reverse 305. Loving it. And I think canceled. Yeah, we canceled our logistics tasks last time around. Just because the moon was getting overstuffed. But it looks like iron, non-ferrous, and carbon are on the way back down, so Mooney, time for more deliveries. We're going to send this every 15 days, so twice a month. 50 and 50. Yeah, why not? No, we're good on those. Could send those off. Nah. Keep this as our scheduled deliveries, and we can make off shipments for other stuff. Like getting rid of the ultra lightweights and all that. So we'll send those off. Send those off to the moon and have the moon build the station. Well, the ship. That will take us into the inner solar system: Mercury, Venus. And like I said, Mercury is really just so you could get to that solar generation, because you start getting those large solar panels that you could put on your ships. And I mean, you're generating millions of power. Checking our orbiters again. And this is really why I don't do the commentary for these, because this is my routine. I go through, check your orbiters, making sure they're all stocked up. 106, and I always check those first. Kind of constantly cycling through them just in case, checking on the happiness. And it's really because these early on ones are not built to keep these people long term. That cancer will eventually kill them, and then, you know, that's no good. Because even if you have that country fully colonized, like, they, what's going on here? Why does it say we're missing 100,000? $10,000? Oh, no, that isn't. Very confused. Why? Was it already sent down? No. I think this is the old ones. And we just need to cancel those. Yeah, those are the old logistics tasks. I don't think I ever cleared them completely. So there's the new one. No more warnings. Oh. New robots have arrived. And they're going to work. Our food production's definitely good to go here. Gonna need to buff that bio waste though. I think the water's going up. Yes, it is. That means we're generating more ice than we need. Awesome. So now we also have a water and an ice farm. You know, that also really helps with deuterium. Deuterium can be sent out to the moon in order to be processed for that H3 fuel. Starting to get these supply chains rolling. I think that's gonna wrap it up for our sorry. What's going on here? Oh, we got our shipment of soil. And with the farm being so productive, as well as those high-tech resources, it just might be time to swap these out for a real... Uh-oh. Yeah, alright. It's definitely time. We need to make a bigger storage unit. So... 2, 3, 5. Yeah, tell me I'm out of storage now. Don't think so. Okay. she blows. I don't think we have the optics to dismantle those, so... No. No, 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 no. Diminishing returns when you dismantle things, so that means we would not get 2,000 back. So I'm just going to order 10k of those. Order 5,000 of that. And call it a day. I'm going to switch over to the moon and send over more soil. And then I think we're going to choose to make the optics out here. That's a lot of soil, but I'm kind of seeing the need. So how do we do this effectively with this crammed little cargo area here? It opens up right here. Yeah, there we go. It'll give us a nice little room. And nope, can't build any further. So that's as big as this is gonna get. Don't like that fencing. Can we fit you right in here? Nah, it's too nice and neat, ain't it? Dang. Can we fit you back there? Yeah. Turn you off. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Come on, let me move you. There we go. Stop it. Stop, stop. Hey. Get back to work. Fool. Get back to work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. That will work. Yes, it will. Shaboom. Right. Put a cap on these 10,000. Wonderful. So, how's this storage doing? Terrible. Let's track that temperature. Doot. And what I'm gonna do actually is this. I know I just built some of those, but away. Smell that, and make it a hallway. Storage room. There we go. Now, what we have here . 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. There's a whole storage room with good blocks, separated from the bad storage room with poo-poo blocks by a single hallway. And I wish you could move those, but you can't. So, no tracking, no tracking. No tracking. Definitely no tracking. Track that though. 17, 16. Just gonna plop and plop. power consumption's good. 22 days still. Nuclear fuel's building strong. But I don't think that will be needing much storage anytime soon. Yeah, see, I wish that would, you could disable, wish it was a little bit more intuitive about, like, reading that you had power plants and whatnot, because that gives me a scare every single time that, I see that. Every time I see power symbol, I'm like, oh great, everybody's just sitting there, desolate Mars, alone in the cold and dark. And they're like, well, this is a weird way to go. Nope, you don't need iron, but you do need the non-ferrous materials. And it looks like you might need a little bit of carbon, so why don't we do this every 30 days? And then it does look like we're going to need to upgrade the Mars storage. Uh-oh. Yep, a death. Pause, 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 pause. How did somebody die? On the Traverse. We were just there. Why did it die? What happened? How did they die? Extensive frostbite. From where? I'm so confused. Not in there, obviously. What room did you work in, Chica? The robot room. How did all of you get frostbite? So we're gonna do this. So yeah, I loaded back a previous save and our autosave, and I don't really know what just happened there. I'm gonna load back into where we saved with all the frostbite, but I think we definitely hit some lower sort of glitch, because 11 people all of a sudden frostbite, and there's not a single area where they occupy that is low temperature. The other problem with this is we're not making organs on this station, and to send organs, I mean, everybody would be dead before those organs get here, so I think we may have stumbled into some unknown territory here. Hydrogen's gonna kill us. I don't have room for this. We do not have room for that. Well, may not have room for it, but it's absolutely required at this point, so gotta find a way. Everybody can walk. Yep. So put you in the middle of the room. And we need to start making some organs. Hospital. Biotics. Doctors. Frostbite. Treatments. Basic exhaustion. Frostbite. Robotic surgical table performance for frostbite. We have it, but hey, so need another surgical table. Sure. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Definitely not. So there and how about there? There we go. Let's hope this works and we don't lose this entire station. This is also why 2 doctors is dangerous. So we need to replace an engineer and we definitely need more doctors. My only guess is that something on the other end made this hallway tie in with the other hallways. I don't know. So weird. But I'm just gonna get rid of them because I really don't trust that at this point. Alright, let's hope we can get this frostbite nipped. Such a slippery slope. Oh boy. I'm very skeptical about this at this point. I don't know if this is gonna work. May have to go back, and honestly, the save that is about 30 minutes back. Oh, what are you doing having fun when we're going through a health crisis, guy? Come on, Leonardo, you're killing me. How are we still getting frostbite? I really am just at a loss. I don't know where it could possibly be coming from. Power plant's not even. Storage room isn't even. What? I'm unhappy about it too, people. I promise you that. Yeah, we may end up going back to previous save just to figure out kind of what happened there. But let's just roll the dice on this. It looks like we're just continuously getting a frostbite loop. And it really does not make sense to me at all. So, on that happy note, I'm gonna have to send that off to Alex. Maybe do a bug report. And yeah, so in game maybe a month or two, maybe about a month and a half lost. So we'll go back to this. It's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. did not do a lot of stuff. This is right before we did all of this upgrading, I think, to the production of this station. Let's go in and see what it looks like. Definitely before we did all that, but I'm wondering if the high tech has been. It is not. Okay. Well, not for nothing, here we go again. Upgrading you. Upgrading you. Upgrading you. Putting you in the corner. Nope. This is why you save often. Everybody, save often. I think that's the all we need in here. Oh. Yeah, sign. Is it all we need in here? I feel like we're missing something. I didn't do that. We have that now. Have that. I think that's it. Need to upgrade this for the optics. No, that's... that's it. Better. Alright, cool. Added an extra one there just to be safe. That's all good. That's all good. Upgrade biotech room so that we don't go through that all again. I just realized what I did last time was bad, because that guy was blocked. Now, there. Whoop. Perfecto. We don't have the deuterium for that. Okay. Or I hire. Do we have room? Yes. Skilled physician. Maybe even 2. I know they do nothing like 90% of the time, but as you see just there, if you don't have them, you're kinda screwed. I've not put down the 5th one yet. There we go. One, two, three, 4. And then don't have enough. So this is where these come in handy to finish that. Don't have to worry about the asteroids. Two, 3, 4. Are we good? Oh no. Excellent. Yeah, skipped this time around, just upgrading the whole thing. Hopefully that doesn't cause another conundrum. Let's check our logistics. We don't have those set up. Okay. I have to redo a couple of things here. To the moon. 50,000. That, 50 of that, and 50 of that. we go. On a repeat schedule every 15 days. Go. To the Mars. We're gonna do same thing. 50, 50, 50. Repeat every 15. You don't need the iron though, Mars. There we go. Hopefully the traverse doesn't fall into just complete and utter ruin. I do remember the water crisis. 400 there. Let's top off on that. 4. Thank you. Let's go to Moon Hub. Not selling. Buying. From Earth. 6,000. 6,000. 4,000. 2,500. Get it. Mars orbital. Mars hub. Still waiting on all that. Wow, that's how far we went back. That's frustrating. Well, go down here. See where we're at. This is before we finish the farm. All right. Fruit. Medium wheat. Just gotta wait a few days. And then I do remember higher. Most expensive. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okie dokie. All done there. Got you there, got you there, got you there. We didn't make a high-tech room yet, so let's do that. Always on the steel. Still waiting on the steel. Always waiting on the steel. Well, I think I'm gonna save this duplicate stuff for the next one, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope these are actually helping some of y'all out. I know there's a sharp learning curve, and while it is a lot of fun, there's some frustrations, as we've seen already, that come along with it. But hopefully these videos kind of help minimize some of those frustrations. So I will happy colonizing y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one.